Hey now, ladies and gentlemen. Hey now. Welcome to hour number 3 of the line, man. This just flying by. And I hadn't hardly talked about nothing but just random stuff. But that's all right. Damien in studio, AJ filling in. And if you're watching us on YouTube, Real Talk 99.5 TV on YouTube, we now have the line logo on our screen when we've got a double screen.
Yeah.
AJ figured it out. So let's give AJ a round
Let's
of
go.
applause. Let's go, baby.
Greatness.
Let's go. Also, Jawbone Jam coming up. Tickets still available at Ticketmaster.com. 10-year anniversary. We've got Cattle, Stone Horses, and Brother Kane all playing May 15th. Get your tickets, man. Get your tickets.
Man, I like Job. I
important.
love Jawbone Jam.
We, we're doing big time we're having to sell tickets on Ticketmaster.
Let's go.
That's pretty wild,
Big
right?
bread around here, dog.
Now, tickets are $39.95 each.
Dang.
Yeah. this is Brother Kane's a big time band. And so,
Let's go.
they got millions and millions of streams on Spotify.
Let's go.
And, they've been around for a
So
while.
are we like famous now?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
that's what that means.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you know what are we going to have to do anything, AJ? Like be on stage or whatever? I'm sure we'll get up there.
Yes.
at one point,
Obviously,
but-
we'll probably do some stuff on stage. But it's really, we have three different bands. Obviously,
maybe we just come up between the bands and be like,
during
thank y'all
the
for
change
coming out.
sets and all that stuff. Just kind of thank everybody. And maybe
I
do some other
liked
stuff.
when we did at I don't remember which Christmas this was, but it was at the Stardome, and we did a Q&A on stage.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, yeah, you were there for that
Yeah.
too. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd be able
That
to
was-
do it there, but
That was what, 2024? Yeah, that was
Yeah, I think
2024.
that-
'Cause
was
that's
that-
that's when I unveiled that I was no longer single.
oh,
Yeah.
dang, that was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think my baby girl is about to get born.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right, because you
Yeah.
had to leave, didn't you?
Yeah, and I think my wife gave birth like either that night or like a couple of days later.
Hey, boy, time flies.
Yeah,
That's right.
Time
Yeah, you
flies.
either had to leave or you had to come in late. I don't remember which it was.
yeah, it was kind of a combination of both.
It was coming and going. So real quick, March Madness. Again, there's some games going on now. How many games are going on right now?
2 right now, and then there's
Two.
one tipping off at 12:30.
Okay, so there'll be games throughout the day,
Oh, absolutely.
and then tomorrow, and the games. Tell me if I'm remembering this right, but the games get played on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays,
And Sunday.
and Sunday. And then the same thing will happen next week, and then
Mhm.
it'll move to more of a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday,
Once it gets
Sunday.
to Elite 8 is Saturday, Sunday down to Final 4, and then Final 4 is just on
Starts whittling down.
it's on Saturday, and then National Championship game on Monday.
Gotcha. Well, we're gonna fill out our brackets, all that jazz, and
So who do you feel like you're gonna take?
In one of my brackets, I got Michigan over Florida, and in another bracket, I have Kansas over Purdue.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah.
So nobody from the SEC.
I have Florida in the Final 4.
Oh,
but they-
Florida in the Final Four.
Florida
Okay,
in the
I'm
Final
sorry.
Four.
I misheard that one.
I got Tennessee going all the way.
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
the bench.
yeah, man.
Here's the thing. If it ever happens, I'm gonna look like a genius
Absolutely.
because nobody else is picking Tennessee to win.
It's just Tennessee, same as last year. It's their style is going to wear people down until they meet somebody like Houston last year, where it's we can go toe to toe with this. We can fight you. Like if
that
you-
one made me so mad.
Yeah, it was a rock fight, and that's how they
I-
won. That's how they win games, though.
Yeah, and I remember when I think of March Madness, it's the games I always remember are the games we lost. Like I remember specifically losing to Houston. I remember specifically losing to Michigan. I remember
Yeah.
specifically losing to Loyola, Chicago, or whatever it was.
That did happen.
Yeah, that was a while back. That was
Yeah.
several years ago.
But I look at it like this too. Rick Barnes, no matter how you slice it up, you can say he kind of he falls in the biggest of moments. But one thing that man can do is work with it, whatever team he's got. Like they take the identity of him of we don't have Kevin Durant like he had when he was at Texas. But by God, he will find a way to get 5 guys to go out there and give everything they possibly can. Like
Yeah.
one thing you never have to question Tennessee is they're going to be like their toughness. Like they may miss a bunch of shots, which happens a lot.
Yeah.
But they will beat you up on the defensive side for sure.
And it's, Rick Barnes is getting old as well. I don't know that we've got many years left with him. And I hope they're out there looking. They need to get a young, fresh face. Rick Barnes, when he was at Texas, he was known as regular season Rick
Yep.
because they would always do good during the season and then they would choke in the tournament. And that is
Nice Rocky Top rig.
Yeah, but that's what happens. But also, there's 64 teams in the tournament. 63 of them are going to get knocked out of the tournament.
Exactly.
So, it's not like, I don't know. I don't even-
Tennessee has never been to a final. They've never been to a Final Four, right?
Nope. No Final Fours. Been to
A bunch of Elite Eights.
a couple, probably 3 or 4 Elite Eights, I think.
Yeah.
I think the last one was with
Houston. When y'all lost to Houston,
is that it?
Was last
So
year,
I
2 years
think
ago?
Rick Barnes has had 1 Elite Eight.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. I think just 1, and then the one before that would have been Bruce Pearl.
Yeah.
We had some weird coaches. We had what was the one guy that went to Cal? Ball-headed black guy. God, what was his name?
Mhm.
He was pretty good. We also had that guy Donnie something. He looked like a traveling evangelist or a car salesman. He's a weird looking guy. And then we landed on Rick Barnes. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Can I ask you a question real
Yeah.
quick? Do you feel like who do you think is going to be like that Cinderella story team? Because there's always one for these tournaments, and there's always that one that some obscure team that you didn't realize that you don't even know where they play at. Do you feel like there's one of those teams?
There's 2 double-digit seeds that I wouldn't sleep on them. It's USF. I think they're 11 seed, and VCU. VCU has North Carolina, and North Carolina is a 6 seed, but they're not at 100%. If VCU can kind of wiggle their way around that, they could potentially make a run.
VCU's had some runs in the past too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Shaka Smart when he was?
Shaka
Smart. He was at VCU that time, and they made a nice little run. No, that's why I love March, bro. Like I love March, man.
What do you think about what's going on with Alabama in this whole situation with the player getting caught with 2.1 pounds?
Yeah.
And how do you think that's going to affect the team during the this tournament?
I didn't have him going past Sweet 16 even with Aiden Holloway. So, I don't think they're good enough to beat Michigan. I just think Michigan is I think they're legit. They could really make a run, and that's what they would match up with. They met at the Sweet 16. But it's gonna be they have enough depth that it's not gonna be that big, but it's still like just having him as a security blanket. He messed up. You messed up, AA.
There's a lot of weed.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is he was 0.1 away from that being a intent to sell charge.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
That would have been federal.
What do you mean
though.
0.1?
It's
0.1 grams?
2.2. Yeah, 2.2. It was the intention to sell.
I
He
thought,
got caught with 2.1.
how did 2 pounds though?
That's that. I'm right there with you. I was like, bro. Anyway, he says he's just a smoker, but either way, you got 2 pounds on you, brother. You are supplied for
But
the next 3 years.
I'm just thinking about
You
the
think.
law side
Right.
of it. Like on the law side of it, 2.2 pounds. There's no way that that's the line for intent to sell.
It
It's
is.
got to be much smaller than that.
2.2.
I would think it'd be like 4 ounces would be intent to sell.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
listen, I'm not up to date with street pharmaceuticals.
yeah. The law says that.
Yeah,
so,
the law
I
says
mean-
2.2.
That's crazy.
But and the crazy thing is, he was stopped last week for having less than a gram, and he got a citation. So it's like, dang, dog, like you
You didn't learn.
ain't learned nothing.
Yeah.
Get it out.
That's crazy. Let me grab Johnny over in Winfield real quick. Johnny, what's up, buddy?
I was just going to let you know that ABC in Birmingham doesn't air Wheel of Fortune on Mondays or Fridays.
They don't?
No, just Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Wait a minute. Are you sure about that?
Absolutely sure.
Were you the other contestant that didn't win? Is that what you hating on?
Did you play against Damien on the Wheel of Fortune? Were you
No.
there?
No. Look on your I can get it streaming, but not through the like Dish or any of the other.
That's weird.
They
All
are
right.
3340 News instead of Wheel of Fortune.
All right, Johnny. Well, we'll get to the bottom of it.
We'll
Thanks for the
figure
heads
it
up,
out.
man.
Thank you.
Boy, that would suck if that's the
Man,
case.
what? But then
But-
after that, then I'm contractually I can let everybody know. But
But that's kind of weird that they would have news just on Monday and Friday.
right.
So I don't doubt what Johnny's saying. I mean, it sounds like he knows, but surely if they've got a Birmingham guy there, they would. I mean, do we have people at ABC 3340 we can talk to confirm that?
I mean, we probably
We
pull
probably-
some-
yeah, we find
probably can find that out.
Because that's
Because I hate to have to hem them up. Like, hey, 6:30. I don't know what y'all got going on, but
that.
Well, are you gonna have a watch party?
I believe so.
Well, apparently
believe so.
not if they ain't
Yeah.
broadcast.
That is true.
That will so you have a watch party. And
Yeah, and it's like draft day, and I don't get my name called. Like, dang, we just gonna see it.
I do on Roku. You know, they've got those that one app that's like live channels, and it's just a bunch of random channels that you get for free just because you got Roku, and a lot of them are other affiliates of like different cities, like
Mhm.
CBS Philadelphia or whatever. I know that they had a bunch of different CBS, but I don't know if they've got different ABC. But if that's the case,
We'll
they
figure
would
it out.
probably have it on the other ones too.
We'll figure it out.
Man, I sure hope that they play it. That'd be messed up, dude.
Listen,
Now
I've
I'm
already
kind of panicked.
I've already done it. Like, I'm cool. Like,
You know it happened.
Yeah, I know it happened.
You ain't
Yeah.
got to watch it.
Yeah, like I mean, it'll be upsetting to everybody else, but I'm
Mm.
all right.
I think you. All right, let's do a. Can we do a friendly wager? Did Damian win Wheel of Fortune, or did he lose? And then what was his prize? What did he walk away with?
I think, well, again, he described to us what the two people he played against were like.
All right, describe those two because I missed that. I was on the phone.
Were they both white people? He said one of them was a librarian from
Yeah.
Delaware
Yeah,
or New
yeah.
York.
When you say Delaware, I mean
He
obviously.
what he described as a couple scrawny liberals.
Yeah, they
They were
were
like-
but they were white. Though.
They were like,
Yeah, look, he didn't want to say
Yeah.
yes. Just say like
They
were
like
they
well,
were-
I'm just thinking, were they like wearing a Protect Trans Kids T-shirt or anything like
I
that?
didn't get that vibe from.
Okay.
I didn't get that vibe.
like
from.
when they shook your hand, was it with a firm handshake or was it wimpy?
I was firm. Now I don't even think I shook their hands, to be honest. Now
No,
I'm
he was
thinking.
competitive.
Yeah, like sportsmanship was at a all-time low for me. Like once I kind of locked in, like I was friendly, but
you're
I
my
looked
enemy.
at, they were a competition. Like,
and
it was-
and for money, when money's on the line,
Yeah,
you
I
ain't got
ain't-
no time to make friends.
ain't none. Like,
Screw these guys. All right, so I got a handful of stories I want to talk to you about while you're here.
well, brother,
You gotta go, don't you?
yeah, man, it's March Madness, dog. Like,
yeah.
At least can you say
Fine.
like 5 more minutes?
yeah, for sure.
You have 5 more
I
minutes.
got 5.
Yeah, we can take a break.
What about 11?
You pushing it.
I mean,
The
12.
next game tips off at 12:30 too, and
Well-
I hadn't got a chance to sit down and watch Troy and
Well,
Nebraska.
you weren't supposed to tell me who's playing. That's
Oh, yeah,
fine,
my
as
fault.
long as I don't know the score. But can you do the next segment with us?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's do the next segment, and then we'll let him go watch his March Madness because he's a sports guy and he's gonna do a sports show.
I'm itching, man.
205-545-9950. Back after this. All right, here we go. NOTOroofing.com, NOTOroofing.com, our roofing company. With all that crappy weather that you've had over the past few days, now is the time to get it checked out. It's warm outside. Everybody's thinking about doing this, that, and the other. You know, you're sprucing up the place. You're getting projects done. You're cutting grass, yada, yada. This is just a reminder for you to get that done. Remember, it's free, 100% free. No obligation, no strings attached. They're just checking out your roof, doing the inspection, and giving you a complimentary roof tune-up. Better than anything you're going to get. Absolutely free. Means it costs you $0. Zero. So reach out to them. Let them know I sent you, and they'll let you know what's up on top of your roof. 205-848-2299. That's 848-2299 and online, NOTOroofing.com. So a couple things, and this is, you know, when I put the show together every day, I try to think, all right, what can I start the show with? Because I'm not a fan of just getting right into the news, right? And I don't know how you do your show. I mean, sports radio is a little different. So when you start your show, you probably go right into, hey, this is the latest, or these are the scores, or whatever. Me, I like to I feel like personally, the beginning of the radio show is possibly the hardest because you're trying to just, you know, you're going from outside life to being on the air. You got to kind of flip a switch, get in the zone, but you got to figure out how to set the tone, you know, get in the water.
Have the mindset of a leadoff batter. I just need to get on base.
That's right. And so what do I do to get on base? Maybe just some random stories before I get into the actual news. And so that's what this is. I saw this story out in California. Is it Pomona, California? Is that how you pronounce it? A man fell into a 15-foot hole on a construction site. The thing is, this guy that fell in the hole is 500 pounds. It says he was not a construction worker and somehow ended up in the hole, according to ABC7. The L.A. County Fire Department's Heavy Rescue Unit. Boy, if they call a Heavy Rescue Unit out for you, that's a real kick in the nuts. The Heavy Rescue Unit was eventually able to hoist the man out of the hole before he was rushed to the hospital. It's unclear if he suffered any injuries. But I just want you to see. Let me see if I can. There we go. I want you to see what we got going here. All right.
They show a video of the man.
Yes. This is the man. And
did he create that crater?
I don't know.
Bruh.
I don't know if he made that hole or what. They say he's not part of the construction crew. He's just a 500-pound man that just happened to be walking around an active construction site. And it's almost like a Looney Tune kind of thing where, you know, there's a hole that is covered up with a rug or something like that. And you just walk over it and whoop. Dude's pants are down and everything. Like, this guy's in.
They just, like, flop him down.
Wow.
Dog.
You know, and the bad part is, you know, and I get it, you know, 500 pounds, but it seems like the machinery is struggling.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, dude. That crane was like, oh, dude, you serious? We got to do this?
It's a Monday, bro.
It's Monday, bro. We got.
Oh, man.
And they got him by his hands. He's not like, it's not like he got it under his arms or anything. I mean, look
I
at
don't
this.
think they can really get his arms under his arms because, you know.
Like he's hanging up like he's slaughtering a pig. You
I
Like,
know,
it's
dude.
like- I'd be like, man, just leave me down here.
I would too. I'd be like, just let me die.
Dog.
Maybe throw me a hamburger or something.
Did he drop? They go, woohoo!
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
500 pounds. Maybe he was trying to, you know, work out and just so happened to run across. He's doing his
No.
Rocky montage and all of a sudden, boom.
But imagine how much that had to hurt for him. Not,
it's
not
brutal.
just falling in the hole, but having to be pulled up by your wrist. 500 pounds on your wrist, bro.
That's brutal.
That's rough.
I hate it for him, man.
And then to the point of wrestling, ex-WWE star Ted DiBiase Jr.
I remember him. Him,
$1
Cody
Million
Rhodes.
Man.
Him, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. They were what was their little trio called? Legacy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot
Mhm.
about that.
Mhm.
And his dad is Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man
Yes,
from
sir.
back in the day. Apparently, he is now being charged in a fraud case.
Yep.
Oh man.
The same thing about what's his name? Brett Favre. That whole
Oh boy.
Yeah, he purchased a $1 million home and a boat with stolen welfare funds. This is actually Mississippi's largest fraud case ever.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
I
Your dad
mean-
was $1 billion man. What happened?
Right. Like, man, you tell me your pops ain't leave you nothing? Like,
The irony of you are known as being the son of the $1 million man, and now you're being prosecuted for $1 million in fraud.
brutal.
Brutal.
Brutal. Ted
$1.4 million on a home, $55,000 on a pontoon boat, and a $34,000 Kubota tractor, and a $40,000 truck,
Yeah.
according to AL.com.
Man.
Poor guy.
Went from tag team champion to this.
Mm.
Hate it for him.
Hate it for you, buddy. Apparently TKO and Triple H ain't giving them royalty checks like they used to. Poor guy. All right, Damien, appreciate you, buddy.
Absolutely.
I'll see you next week, my friend. And we'll be back with more of The Line next. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. 205-545-9950. Underdog Fantasy. Bringing you this part of the show. Speaking of sports and the big dance, March Mayhem, as we call it. It's going on right now as we speak, and you can get in on the action, and win money as we speak. And I'm talking about real money that when you win, you can transfer it to your bank account and you can spend it. It's like that kind of real money. All you're doing is, first of all, you download the app, which is free to download. Free to sign up. And free to use my promo code HeyNow. The reason you want to do that is, one, because you love me, but two, because you're going to score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. You don't want to miss out on that, so you best use my promo code HeyNow, HeyNow. So if you are in and excited about the tournament, this is the cherry on top. And it makes the game so much more exciting when you're actually invested. You're invested, not just financially, but we're all competitive. We're all, deep down, we're wired to be competitive, and we want to win. I want you to win. I want you to win real money, and this is the way to do it. So download the app today and use promo code HeyNow to score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code HeyNow. Underdog, make plays, win money. Must be 19 or older and present in Alabama. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit ncpgambling.org. So with the Ted DiBiase Jr. thing, it says he misused funds to purchase a $1.4 million home, $55,000 pontoon boat, $34,000 Kubota tractor, and $40,000 truck. Lawyers for DiBiase, who performed for the WWE from 2008 to 2013. Man, he only had a 5-year stint. That's kind of short. Argued the prosecutors had not shown enough evidence to convict him. The federal judge overseeing the trial denied the request to dismiss the charges. He's at the center of the alleged fraud, where he was awarded upwards of $3 million from co-conspirator John Davis, the former director of the Mississippi Department of Human Services. Now, you mentioned the Brett Favre thing. Ironically, that was in Mississippi as well. Wasn't the Brett Favre thing like some sort of donation to a school, like a high school athletic facility or something?
Yeah, something like that, yes.
And so was he actually guilty?
I don't know much what happened with that case because it kind of just – I know that was kind of like in the same realm with you took funds from,
He's such a likable guy, though. You just want to be like, hey, he's Brett Favre. He's not guilty. Leave him alone.
Right.
Davis, who had pleaded guilty to both state and federal charges in the scandal, dispersed money from the Emergency Food Assistance Program. Bro got $3 million in food stamps and the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families Program. The funds were then shared among two other co-conspirators, Christy Webb and Nancy New, who awarded sham contracts to different businesses, including 5 of the bogus contracts to DiBiase's shell corporation. His shell corporation is called Priceless Ventures LLC and Familia Orientum LLC.
So, like the Brett Favre says, and this is what I'm just Googled, said the Brett Favre remains embroiled in a civil lawsuit regarding the Mississippi welfare scandal.
So he's still, the lawsuit's still going on.
Yeah, having been accused of misusing millions in TANF funds for a university volleyball facility. Though he has not been criminally charged and denies wrongdoing, Favre has repaid $1.1 million, but is contesting further interest payments.
Interesting. In this case, it says Webb and New, the two females, have both pleaded guilty to their charges, pointing fingers, claiming Davis had urged them to funnel the money to DiBiase. Federal prosecutors accused DiBiase of misappropriating millions of dollars in federal safety net funds intended for needy families and low-income individuals in Mississippi. DiBiase claimed the money was being used to develop an app for the State Department of Health and Human Services to combat poverty. So he's like, yeah, I mean, y'all was going to give them food and stuff, but I was going to give them an app. And they can just look at the food on their phone. Kevin McClendon, the owner of a creative services company, worked on the app with DiBiase, testifying that the state paid for the operation that spanned several months. The app was never finished, leading prosecutors to rule DiBiase violated his contract's terms in not providing a complete service. Davis claimed he knew DiBiase was not capable of meeting the terms in his contract, but still directed the money to him using funds both men knew were for welfare needs. The massive fraud scheme has swept up an estimated $77 million allegedly distributed to celebrities and athletes alike, including Brett Favre, Oklahoma star Marcus Dupree, along with DiBiase's father and brother Brett. Interesting. The state of Mississippi has sued 38 people, recovering $24 million in misappropriated funds. Brett DiBiase, another former wrestler, had pleaded guilty to one count of conspiracy to defraud the U.S. back in 2023. He faces up to 5 years in prison. Says Davis was sentenced to 32 years in prison for his state crimes. He has not been sentenced for his federal convictions. 32 years. That seems a little stiff for a fraud deal, doesn't it? The former wrestler, who's facing 13 charges, including wire fraud, theft of receiving federal funds, and money laundering, will not be called to testify in court, but I bet he could cut a hell of a promo on the stand. DiBiase is the only defendant caught up in the scandal to fight his charges. Yeah, that's not good. Like, if you are in a fraud scheme or whatever and everybody else has already pleaded guilty, that's not helping your case at all. So there's
his response is I don't know. That's how he's going to handle it. I don't know.
Well, it sounds like they awarded him a contract to build an app, and then the guy that worked at the company that was building the app says that I was paid to build this app, but it didn't get finished, and that we weren't able to finish it. And prosecutors are saying DiBiase knew that they weren't going to be able to finish the app when they took the contract, and so did the lender himself. And ultimately, that's where the fraud comes in, from what I understand. So that's going on. And again, on the lawsuit front, this is just a cluster of the stories that I said I put together that I wanted to start the show with, even though we're, 2.5, 3.5 hours in, or 2.5. That's 2.5 hours, right? 2.5. What's my math? Yeah. Afro Man. Have you been following the Afro Man stuff?
Yes.
Oh my God. It's
hilarious.
The best. It's the absolute best.
And he just won his case.
He did yesterday. So everybody knows Afro Man. He is the artist that's saying, because I got on. And code 45 and do zigzag. Baby, that's all we need. We can go to the park after dark, smoke that tumbleweed. Everybody remembers that. That's a good one. That's a classic. So his house got raided by the local police. Does he live in Georgia?
Ohio.
Why did I think Georgia? So he lives in Ohio, and in Adams County, Ohio, police raided his house back in 2022. And they raided his house looking for somebody else.
He said that he had kidnapped somebody.
Yeah, he had kidnapped somebody, and there were these crimes going on and everything else. So they busted his house. One of the more plump officers starts eating some of the pound cake on his counter.
Or he was eyeing the pound cake.
Or he was eyeing it.
Yeah, he was eyeing the pound cake.
Other officers are going through his stuff, finding his money, going through his money. They end up seizing his money and not even returning all of it,
Turning off the camera.
turning off the cameras and all kinds of stuff. And really, it was very shady what these police officers did, and they left finding no crime. And so, Afro Man, doing what he does, which is write music, decided that in his moment of anger against these police officers, he would write songs about them with publicly available information about who they are or their life or whatever. So he does that. And next thing you know, the police officers are so hurt by this because even in the music videos, he's using footage from his security cameras. They turn around and try to sue him. And that trial just started, I guess, the beginning of this week. I think it only went like 3 days. And watching some of the courtroom video to where they are playing back some of these songs has been absolutely hilarious. Because there's one song in particular, just to give you an example. There's one female on that police force that raided the house. And she, for lack of a better explanation, she looks like a lesbian. I mean, she's just your stereotypical, kind of, she played softball in high school, possibly college.
Well, one of the funny things about that one, he was like, in the song, he talked about how deep her voice was.
Yeah. And he, the name of the song, or what he refers to her in the song, is Lick 'em Low Lisa. And so the whole song is about Lick 'em Low Lisa.
And then she had to sit on the stand, right?
Yeah.
And they played the entire video.
While she's on the stand, Lick 'em Low Lisa is on the stand, and she is crying. Like, she is so distraught. And I think she's probably putting on because she's suing.
She was crying, and
She's trying to sue for damages. So Lick 'em Low Lisa is playing in the courtroom and talking about all these things she does sexually, and she's on the stand boohooing, and I'm like,
and then he's talking about her voice, and then she starts talking. You like, whoa, hey, hey. But do you see how much the prosecutor attorney was trying to get the jury to award each one of the police officers?
How much?
Yeah.
How much was it?
I think it totaled like $3.9 million.
Oh my God! And somebody wrote a song about them. Come on, dude.
So it was like $1 million for a couple of the police officers, and then some of them were like $400,000 each. I'm like, really? Are y'all really trying to like? Yeah.
Can we play one of the songs when we get back on the other side? There's the one he originally put out, doesn't have any cuss words in it. It's like, Afro Man is gonna do ya.
Afro Man is gonna screw ya. Yeah.
Yeah, let's play that when we get back. 205-545-9950, 545-9950. The line, Talk 99.5. Here we go. He goes through the whole thing. Even at the beginning of the song, he goes through a couple of the officers that raided, and he said one of them is one of the male cops is gay. He says one of them is a pedo
Mm-hmm.
that I guess has been convicted since the raid.
Because his brother, who used to be a police officer, had a situation with a minor, and he used that in the song to tie it to the other officer who also had was accused before
Wow.
doing some alleged.
Because there was another one. I guess that was the third one he mentioned, which said there was sexting kids.
One of the officers who also is the same one that counted the money.
Imagine being a pedo and being like, "You called me a pedo on the internet. I'm gonna sue you for defamation." Wow.
And
dude.
the other one got mad because he made a song called Lemon Pound Cake.
Yeah. That's what it says. The Adams County Sheriff's deputies are suing him for defamation, invasion of privacy, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The claims stem from the music videos, including the viral Lemon Pound Cake, that incorporated footage from the night the deputies raided his home, allegedly causing vandalism and property damage while searching for drugs, finding nothing and charging no one, and supposedly walking away with around $400 of his cash. In the fresh release, by the way, he released this like a day before the trial started. Afro Man directly names deputies involved, weaves in raid photos and videos as evidence, and layers on some AI-generated comedy to roast the situation and highlight his side of the story. So, good stuff, man. Good stuff. And that's what, everybody always loved about Afro Man. And obviously we're pro police here. Everybody knows that. I don't have to, but there are bad apples out there. And based on the fact that they took his money, which, may have been policy if they thought there was something going on there, but didn't return it all, kept $400 something of it, it's a little shady, And so good for him. And CNN's actually talking about it right now. Rapper Afro Man wins lawsuit police filed against him. My question, though, is does he actively have a lawsuit against them? Because I felt like there was a lawsuit where Afro Man was the plaintiff. My proofs on the internet. And do you know, here's a little fun fact. I believe the album that made Afro Man so big, which was the Because I Got High album. I don't remember the name of the actual album. Hold on, I'll tell you right quick. It was called Good Times. It was just called The Good Times. It was released just a few days before 9/11. It was released August 28th, 2001, which would have been 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 days. So 2 weeks. It was released 2 weeks before 9/11. And I got to imagine that anything that was released right before 9/11 got swept under the rug because everybody's attention was on what had happened. But Afro Man persisted, and he became a star with jams like Because I Got High or Colt 45 and 2 Zigzags and Tumbleweed and Let's All Get Drunk and Tall Cans and Palmdale. There's actually some really good songs on that album, especially Palmdale. Do you remember? Were you an Afro Man guy when that came out?
I was an Afro Man when I heard, because I got high. And he had some other like other ones you did too that you mentioned. It was pretty good ones, but I mean, I never really followed his career like that.
Please take me back home to Mississippi. They would always do that chicken sound. Afro Man. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Also, young NASCAR driver. Don't know if you heard this. Young NASCAR driver by the name of Daniel Dye has been indefinitely suspended for using a gay voice while he was on a live stream. He was referring to another driver named David Malakas. Anyway, this driver is allegedly kind of like, I don't know if he's the new Jeff Gordon or what, but like he kind of talks feminine. I don't know if he's really gay or not, but so he's doing one of these card breaks, this Daniel Dye, and he gets to that driver and he was telling a story about an interaction he had with him. And he's like, oh, yeah. He was like, I love Daytona and everything, that kind of thing. And because it was on the internet, NASCAR suspended him indefinitely. And I'm like, dude, who cares? Let the man race.